What's up, guys? I wanted to do a video about these technical indicators. So there are a few top technical indicators that we can use to get a better purchase for your crypto in general, right? Even though you do not have any background in trading, but this is something that is important to have, right? So that you can roughly know when would be the most optimal time to purchase your crypto, right? So let me just go through, right? There are so many indicators out there created by people, but do not over clutter your graph or your charts with these indicators, because if you have too many indicators, then you cannot be able to focus properly, right? So ideally, using three indicators is just nice, right? And these indicators are just indicators for a reason. They are not a confirmed signal to buy or to sell, right? So just make sure and take note. So a few indicators that I use on my trading view uh, graph, which is very helpful, right? Is maybe I can go through one of it first. First one is of course the moving averages, right? So it's basically the moving averages, this yellow line here, that goes and track the price of the Bitcoin, right? For example, and as you can see here, right, and essentially what this moving average does is that you will basically track the price of Bitcoin, right? And whenever, as a summary, as a layman understanding, is that whenever the yellow line is below the charts, the bar charts, right, the candles, it is basically a upward trend, right? And if it's coming closer or touching to the candle bars, the candlesticks, means it was signaling a potential reversal, which means that it might be going down onto a downtrend. As you can see here, right? Here there's a touch here. There's another touch here as well, and here, right? And right now we are almost touching as well in these current stages of things, right? This is one of these indicator that I use, which is the moving average here, right? Another one that I use is this indicator, right, to track the volume, because we can basically indicate to see when and where does a big sell or buy order comes into place, right? It can basically signals a good upward trajectory here, or it can dictate even better, right? So usually these sort of big candles, which is highlighted in green, you can see here, right? Green, big sell-off happening. Here there is a big sell and a big buy, right? Etc. Etc. It is used as an indicator so that you can look at it properly, right? So you will never use one indicator by itself, but you usually combine the indicators, right? Moving average is one, volume to keep tracks of the big whales or big institution that are buying in, and another one more indicator that is important that you can use is this indicator called is a amplified, is a modified version of a MACD, right, and a RSI, if you ask me. So you can see here, these are some of the indicators that we use. What it essentially means is like this: when you see there's a red dot here, and a red dot indicates that it's a downward trend coming. Green dot means it is a upward trend that is coming, right? And if you can see the blue lines here, the blue lines which is above this white line here, the white line is basically zero, right? Whenever there is a signal, for example, of green, and the red turns and move above to become blue, there's usually a good sign that there is a potential reversal here. But bear in mind that, like I mentioned, even though through combining these three indicators, right, it gives you a very good signal when to buy or when to sell, but it is not always 100% correct, right? So that's something to take note, but it is a very good indicators to use to track when will you buy and when will you sell, so that at least you don't get it at the very high price and you don't sell at a very low price as well, right, etc. So just take another example here, right? As we see this price in February, right? There is first indicator is the moving average, the yellow line, which is touching this red bar, for example, right? And this is, let me just do an example. This is 22nd February, 22nd February. So let me see. Okay, 22nd February, there is a big green bar, right? assuming that you can't see the other candles, right? And the last one, which is the lower part component, which is here, which is showing this MACD that shows that there is a potential here. See, the moving average shows that it's touching, so it might be a downtrend. This one, it is coupled together, big downtrend may be coming, but this MACD indicator only comes around the 23rd, right? 23rd. So by coupling these few things together, you can roughly make a judgment call where the market sentiment is, right? And also the last but most important things are all these yellow lines and red lines, right? So they are basically support lines, whereby it is used by this thing called the Fibonacci retracement, right? Where traders in the forex community has been using and using this rule as like a Bible, almost like a Bible to say about it. So how you can get all this support and resistance line through various means, you can just basically Google and search for this investing.com, for example, slash crypto Bitcoin USDT, right? And you can come to the chart here, and there is something called technical analysis, right? That shows you some of the potential support line here, as well as resistance line, right? And make sure, if let's say that your chart, that your chart in trading view is on a daily basis, right? So your technical analysis here should be selected as a daily, right? So that you can pivot your chart, your resistance lines. So there's many types of pivot points that are being used, right? You can experiment with it, whether it is classic, the Fibonacci, the Camarilla, but most of the time people will use Fibonacci. There is no one hard line that is 100% accurate, right? That is created, but most of the people in the trading community will always use the Fibonacci. But that is something to take note from this technical perspective, right? And the other way that you can also indicate whether this line is a really good line of support, for example, right? Let's take this example, Fibonacci 55836. Let me just come to this chart, right? 55836. Let me just make a line here. Give me a second. How to determine whether the line is a good point of support or resistance? So mine is almost there, 553307, right? How to determine whether the line is good or not is that line should be the most intercross line, right? Means there's a lot of bar candles that are touching up, touching down, touching up, touching down, right? Means it is a line that is very frequently being touched upon, right? So that is something like to indicate a good resistance point, right? For example, this 55836. Let me do 55836. 55836. Yeah, it is this yellow line of mine, almost there, right? 7 plus. So this is a good line as it measures this line here. I might change my line here as well. Okay, right? So this yellow line, for example, the bar chart was coming up here, it was touching, it didn't break over the line, right? Come down, and then over here again, right? Once it crosses over the line, it breaks the support. It breaks this line to go upward. And when it comes down again, and this line it maintains here as well. And whenever this line is used as well, whenever it breaks down this line, it goes down very heavily, right? As a support. Comes up again, now it is consolidating here as well, right? So this is one example you can do, right? To have a look at people's support line that's given. And also, thanks guys for tuning in so far for some of my technical analysis that I use to purchase or queue orders, whether it's a buy, whether it's a sell. Hopefully it is helpful to you guys, right? You guys find it helpful, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, right? Join my groups below as well. I'm making a new group, and I wanted to provide a bonus at the end. So right now, there are two projects that I'm having a look, which is pretty reasonable right now. So one project is called Toko Crypto. So this is basically an exchange in Indonesia that recently got launched in the Binance Launchpad. So they launched an IDO, and they just recently launched a perp. And right now in the crypto space, based on my research and understanding, is that as we know that BNB just hit their very big high right now, right? So BNB hit about 400 in the last couple of days, right? The all-time high. And this is a centralized token, utility token, and their market cap is about 61 billion, right? So a lot of people are trying to find, because this $400 for a token is very expensive, right? No doubt, they are very strong in the Binance Smart Chain and the DeFi and the Pancake Swap and things like that. But a lot of people looking to amplify their gains, what they'll do is they'll look for smaller projects, which is maybe riding on these centralized exchange tokens. And two that come into my mind recently is this Toko Crypto. They just listed, right? It is very small market cap right now. I'm pretty sure that it will shoot up within the next couple of weeks, right? So make sure to get some Toko Crypto here, right? And also, this project is another centralized exchange purchased and backed by Binance, right? Running in Indonesia. Top 3, top 4 for sure, right? And another one in India is WazirX, right? WRX. But for this Razer WRX, it might be still early, right? For $4.19, it just went up really crazily the other day, and the market cap is about 1 billion. So if you were to ask me, comparing Toko Crypto and WazirX, I would rather go for here because it has a smaller market cap that has a bigger potential to grow, right? And for this WazirX, there is still potential, 1 billion, right? And this India market as well, the amount of population there is really huge. So these are a couple of two potential tokens that you guys can have a look, and let's see how it plays out in the future. All right, thanks guys for watching, and appreciate your support so far, and hope that this content is helpful to you guys. Take care.